Hi guys, in this video I will talk about data types in R. So let's go. Before moving forward, I want to talk about what we do with computer. We store the data and compute the data. And of course we are social animal and we are happy to share the data within the community. So the third point you can consider as communicate the data. So internet is the biggest example you see in the world. In ancient world, you million year ago, we people used to store the data by making drawings on the stone, cave, trees, and this is how people used to store the data in ancient world. Nowadays in modern world, how we store the information, you just we store the information in notebook. We take a pen and write on the notebook, and we also use the information in the computer. To store data in computer we need data structure. So to access any hardware of computer we need a programming language, so I will use R programming. So similarly it provides lots of data structure. As you can see, there are two category of data types in R: homogeneous and heterogeneous. Homogeneous means storing the same data type, and heterogeneous mean in heterogeneous data structure you can store different type of data type. So first we see what is a homogeneous data type. Vector. So I am creating an integer vector. As you can see, an integer, if you read in your maths class, integer belong to a positive number as well as negative number. You can't store the floating point in the integer, right? Similarly, this is the numeric data structure, vector numeric data structure, in which we can store the floating point in this data structure. You can't store the negative number in numeric vector. Character is very simple. This is very alphabet. You can store the alphabet. Next is complex. This is the complex number to store, and another is logical. Logical means true and false. Now comes next, this is factor. Factor is used to store the categorical data. So first I am creating a variable f, as you can see, and I put a alphabet. You can think as a blood group, but it is a character. So I suggest you that first you store the any alphabet in the character data type. Then after doing data cleaning, because you can do lots, because this is the there is library available string R, in which you find lots of string manipulation functions by which you can do lots of things. So after data cleaning and while making the model, you convert the string data type into a factor. So always use factor while making the model, not for data cleaning. This is array. This is very simple, and I forget it. This there is another data structure, matrix. So matrix is also, I will explain all this data structure in my further video. Now comes to heterogeneous data type. So first is list. List contain different data type. As you can see, I contain one is an integer data type, and then I put alphabet is a character data type, and after that I put a logical value. So I can store the different data type in the heterogeneous data structure. Similarly, data frame. This is another NA. NA is used to represent the missing value in the data frame, and null means empty. Let us suppose this is Rahul and he is a medical agent, and he going to for taking a medical test for professor and PhD student. Nowadays Corona is very spreading, so he going to the uh, university for taking medical test of professors and PhD student. So here is the data. This is the professor on the upside, Rakesh, Sanjay, Pratap. He is a they are professor, and below it they are PhD student. You can see that economics student and statistics student. You can store the this information data in the notebook also. Just take your pen and write this on the notebook. And this is another way, another device in which we store the information in computer. So how you can store the data in the computer? So I am interacting through a R programming. You can directly give data, like if I want to give the blood group data, I just directly give it to the R. Then what it do, what R return, he just say okay. This is how, suppose you going to the locker room, and R is a manager or maintainer of this locker room, and you just inquiry, that's it. So you not get any locker room in this scenario. So to later access and compute anything within the within the computer, you need to create a variable. Variable is nothing. Variable is a name in which your data is stored. So how you can make a variable? For making variable, you can use assignment operator. Equal to sign is the alternative of this one, and this is the another symbol you can use. So less than, after that you write dash. So this is the assignment operator, which is you can use in the R. And after that you give the name, whatever you like, you can give the name. When it run, what happened that it creates a memory in the RAM. Now you store you now data is stored in the computer. Now you are able to access by the variable name. These all things I will show you in R. I opened the R Studio, so I am just run it. The first what I do, I directly give the data to the R. So as you can see that there is a no memory stored in the RAM. To store the memory, you have to need to create a variable. So I am creating a variable X. So as you can see that X is taken a memory in the RAM, and after that you can call it by variable name. I am creating an integer data type, so I just run it. As you can see that it is an integer data. Now I am creating a numeric data type. You can put you can't put negative number on it. So this is the numeric data type. You can create a character. Character is same as string. This is complex data type, and this is factor. Likewise, all you can use, you can make a variable by using all other data structure like that. Now Rahul is storing the data. First he stored the data of professor. So I am creating a vector of character, and then I am creating a numeric vector for storing the phone number, and for storing blood group I am creating a character vector. So now I am storing a data of PhD student. This is the name, this is the subject, and this is the blood group. I am creating a data frame now. So as you can see, the data frame is created, as you can see, and the class of blood group, this is the blood group is character. So where you can convert this character data type into a factor while making the model, but until it you should not convert into a factor, because there is a problem occurring while manipulating the factor variable. So it is better to have a character data type, and string are, there is a library available, string are, where you can find lots of string manipulation functions, and after cleaning the data you can convert it to factor. You know how you can store the data by using the R programming. In the next video I will discuss the how you can compute the data. Thank you.